good day everybody, it's me Brian again. Today is 13th of December and it's Sunday. And some of you ask me, Brian, what equipment, what cameras, what gear that you're using? See, this is one of the very common questions. Normally people would wonder what things you use, what actually camera or lenses you have, how can you produce this kind of video using what equipment, etc. Today I'm going to answer all of this. In the very beginning, I would say that what would be the suitable gear if you intend to do some vlog, recording your life and wanted to shoot something and actually do a video out of it. Your camera phone is the best tools that you ever have, because it's always with you and it's easy to use, and actually the quality for most of the smartphone out there is very capable. Most of them can do 4K video, even up to 60 frames per second. And for myself, I'm using an iPhone, and you are looking at the recording of this iPhone as well. So in my opinion, the best video camera that you need to have is your smartphone. So if you want to go something which is more dedicated, more portable, and you want to have extra wide angle, I'm using this GoPro Hero 7. This is not the latest version. The latest one is GoPro Hero 9. But so far, I'm happy with the performance of this GoPro. Number one is because it's very portable, very small, very light, and can withstand all the shock, all the water, and also the dust. So it is an action camera. So I only need to mount this small tripod, and I will just normally mount it on the tripod on this GoPro. I'll normally mount it on GoPro like this, and I'll just choose the angle, tilt it a little bit to me, and I'll just shoot it right away. The benefit of using GoPro is the size, the weight, the flexibility, and you don't draw so much attention when you speak in the crowded place or even outside, you know. That is the most challenging things that happened to me when I first recording video, because sometimes it's kind of like awkward when you talk to yourself, to the camera, and people might think, who is this guy? Is he a famous YouTuber or what? Actually, after couples of trying, I start to get used to it. I started to ignore what people think about me, because that's not important. The most important thing is I able to capture the content, I actually able to capture the footage, and I able to create the video out of it. So GoPro is also very nice because it have a very wide angle lens, and it able to help you to capture most of the scene behind you. But sometimes if it is too wide, then you have to select the best angle you need to use from this GoPro. So what if you wanted to have something more sophisticated, better image quality, and you are not happy with the audio quality of GoPro? So for most of my video, I'm actually shooting using this main camera that I have. This is a Nikon Z6. This Nikon Z6 is a full frame mirrorless camera, and it actually have the interchangeable lens system. So in this camera right now, I'm having the camera body, the Nikon FTZ adapter that allow me to adapt into the older generation of Nikon F9 lens. So this is more technical, but in short, Nikon full frame camera system allow you to use the old lens by using this adapter. So the good news is I have a lot of old lens, you know. So I have all these old lens. There's not last time using for the film camera. I also can use it to use on my latest camera body now to shoot a lot of amazing video. So for vlog application, I will use this Nikon 20mm f3.5 ultra wide angle lens. Why I use this lens is because 20mm allow me to have a nice focal length to cover myself and also the background. And another benefit of this 20mm is the size is very light, very compact, and when I mount it on top of my adapter, the entire combination itself is still manageable, not too heavy if I use it to shoot some video, you know. So this is my main lens when I want to do vlog, 20mm. And what if I want to have better sound quality? I actually have this Deity shotgun mic. This is V-Mic D3, the entry model for Deity shotgun mic. Why I choose this is because it is more affordable compared to the Rode, and in terms of performance, it is equivalent or not, or even slightly better. So all I need to do is mount this external mic on top of the horseshoe and plug it into the microphone port, and when I turn it on, the microphone will detect a signal and then turn on by itself. So this is also pretty handy. I no need to remember to turn on and off the external mic, and the sound quality of it is also very good. So normally this is my vlog setup, and it's very, I would say that's still very compact and easy to use. Apart from this 20mm, I also own couples of the lenses. But before I go to the lenses, I also want to talk about another mic that I use, which is the Deity V-Lab mic, lavalier, or some people call it clip-on mic. So when you want to use clip-on mic is when you have a noisier background, or you only want to focus on the speaker walker, or you only want to focus on the walker from the main speaker. So all you need to do is clip on this microphone on your shirt, and then just to hide the remaining cable underneath the shirt. And just plug in the mic connector to the microphone port. So this is very straightforward. Due to the length of this external lavalier mic is very long, so we can actually place the camera at a very comfortable distance and record. So for non-vlog application, if I want to really focus on my walker, I will go with this lavalier mic. This of course is not the most perfect solution, because the wire itself creates some limitation when you want to move and stuff like that. So for that, the most suitable mic will be wireless solution like the Rode Wireless Go. But because of my budget constraint and my application doesn't require that, so I will just use this Deity lavalier mic for now. And let's come to the lens. So for lenses, I own couples of them, but the one that I more commonly use for this video is 35mm, 50mm, and 85mm. I prefer to use fixed lens rather than zoom lens, because fixed lens actually have a better image quality, and normally fixed lens is also very easy to use because I just need to focus on the focusing. Very straightforward. 35mm is more narrower compared to the 20mm, but this is the standard our human eyesight lens. So when you shoot on 35mm, things will look very natural, very easy for people to actually focus, and this is, I would say, that the standard lens that everybody should have if you are into photography or videography. In this case, I'm using a very old lens, a Nikon AIS range of 35mm, because it is very affordable. This lens is, I think, is produced in the 80s, and if I want to buy an equivalent lens in the modern days now with the autofocus, all the functionality, it will cost 10 times more expensive, because my application doesn't require that kind of fast autofocus, or I can live with manual focus, so I just use this OAIS lens. The image quality is also quite good. Another lens I bring is 55mm f2.8 micro. This is also a very old lens, and this allows me to go closer to the object, so I can shoot some standard portrait, still imaging, and also can get close up into the object itself. And very easy because it is 55mm, very suitable and convenient focal length. Next, I want to go on this 85mm f1.8. I love to shoot portrait, and I enjoy using 85mm because this focal length allows me to go even closer to the object without actually get close. So I can use this to shoot street photography, portrait photography, and the f1.8 also create very amazing autofocus as known as bokeh. The bokeh is very creamy, very surreal, and I really enjoy this lens because it also comes with autofocus and it is on the Z mount. So this is a much more expensive option compared to the lens that I introduced before, but I decided to invest on it because I use it quite a lot. And for the general lens, I will use this 24 to 70mm f4. This is the kit lens for Nikon Z system Z6 and Z7, but don't deceive by the name of kit lens. This 24mm to 70mm is very sharp, and the image quality out of it is also good. The only downside for this lens is it started at 24mm, so sometimes it is not wide enough for me to use the block lens. And also another downside is the aperture is only f4, so sometimes during the extreme low light situation, or sometimes I wish to get a more out of focus, a more creamier bokeh, I cannot use this kind of lens because this is the limitation. But so far for the general all-rounded lens, this is pretty good. So that's all I would like to share with you. This is all the tools that I'm using. I still have couples of other lenses, but I'm not bringing in to this trip because I'm coming in for quarantine and I have a limitation in terms of how many baggage and hand carry luggage that I can bring. So far, I have fully utilized all this lens and equipment to create all the content you have seen in my YouTube channel. I wish you enjoy. I'll continue to shoot more after I come out from the quarantine, hopefully in another few days. And I encourage all of you who have interest in creating your own YouTube content, your own videos, go ahead, start to use your smartphone, record some of the video, use the built-in video editing tools to just create and just upload. Try it, and once you find the passion in it, you will start to find ways to improve, find ways to getting more creative ideas. So enjoy shooting and enjoy sharing your content. Thank you everybody. Bye bye.